Hello, I am here. I'm here with Octavia of twitch.tv/8VIA. That's Octavia. How are you today?
I am doing great on this beautiful sunny day in the best state in the world.
We got a big fan of Washington here, people. Me and Octavia just finished doing some practicing. We're going to be streaming in a couple days. I cannot wait. Tell me about how you got started on Twitch.
It's fun because I actually started, do I need to be closer? Hello. I actually started a year ago today.
Today
was my first stream was on March 16th last year. So, came out of like wanting to be doing other music stuff during the pandemic. And I think a lot of people have that as well. I was watching my friend Natalie, who started streaming like a month or so before I did, and she was having really good times. I was like, fuck it. I'll do it. That seems cool.
Totally.
Because Colin had been streaming games, so we were like, he was familiar with how to set all the stuff up.
Yeah.
So when I started, I made myself a set list of like 8 songs or something. I was like, okay, I'm going to play this 45 minutes and no one's going to be there, and then I'll be done and turn it off. But it grows a lot, and Twitch music is way better than Twitch games. It's like no one wants to see you on Twitch games, but in Twitch music, everyone's like, who's this new person? Let's go find out.
Everyone's hyped about new people.
Yeah, but that's how I started, and I'm going to have cake and champagne on stream tonight to
Yes,
celebrate.
yeah, congratulations. That's a
Thank
wonderful,
you.
wonderful thing. I love a streamaversary. What is one of your favorite things about Twitch?
Other than the community?
You can say community, but you don't have to.
I think for me, it's very clear that it's done a lot of good in my life. I was talking to you earlier about how we want to move out to a place that's farther away from the city, so we don't have to drive in and commute. So having this as like some remote work that is what I want to be doing and not just like something I can do in the computer is very, very helpful. But when I started streaming, I hadn't written a song in a very long time. I hadn't played my songs in probably nearly a year, and like rarely touched my guitar. And then I started streaming, and like a couple months later, I was getting back into like writing a lot more songs. And because of that, like that was me coming back to those SKYBOUND songs from my folk opera. So streaming on Twitch was like a direct influence on me finishing all of the songs for that story, and like since writing a lot more songs. So it's been very inspiring. I mean, not just like, oh, I see someone else doing cool music and that inspires me to do it, but just like the amount of support for the thing that I'm already doing. Helped me finish a lot of things I wanted to be doing.
Okay, Octavia has released a Kickstarter for SKYBOUND, her folk opera. Tell us about it.
Okay. So
I will put links in the description also.
Yeah. So SKYBOUND, like Javen just said, is a folk opera. So that doesn't mean I'm singing opera. That means it's a 17-track full story of a folk tale that I've written, and it's all told via folk songs. So the type of stuff that I normally do, the atmospheric folky stuff. So it's going to have lots of synths and strings and other instruments and other vocalists singing as different characters, and sort of like atmospheric Foley of like nature sounds and water and birds and trees and that sort of stuff.
I cannot wait.
And it's a really sad, really beautiful, like, I mean, sad in some ways and not sad in others. It's kind of a Romeo and Juliet ending, spoilers, but not totally the same. It has a happy spin on it, but it's very emotional, and I think you should listen to it and get started.
Yes, please, please, please. I'll put the links in the description so you will not miss it, and there will be support to be had. Okay, tell me about what you like, music you're listening to lately, and what kind of music you like in general.
Okay. I think those are 2 different questions, right? Because what I'm listening to lately is only ambient soundscapes and like atmospheric ambient music.
I love it.
And a lot of it is just like, I know it's really bad for the artists to listen on YouTube because that's where they get the least pay. But I am listening to those like 3-hour YouTube videos of just like
love those
space out music, and not the ones that have like the drum, like the synth drums and like, the chill beats or whatever. The ones that are just like a wash of like synth noise stuff. So that's what I've been listening to a lot recently, and maybe that has to do with like my stress levels of just like I need to like zone out.
Yeah, totally.
But other than that, what I like is weird and pointed folk that is like intellectual in some way. So it's not just like here's 3 chords and here's some words that you've heard different combinations of before saying the same thing, but some folk artists that are doing like really interesting music. Like my favorite and most inspirational musician at the moment is Johanna Warren, and her stuff is like crazy fucking cool. And she's definitely a witch, and like she plays in different tunings. She has crazy finger picking, but all of her lyrics are just like amazing. Like one of my favorite songs of hers is in 11/8, I think it is. Yeah, it's like 3/3/3/2, and it's like it's a very cool pattern. So I like folk music that's got a little extra interesting kick to it.
I love that. I love that so much. I'm gonna have to look that up. And then
she's so good.
I'm into
it a lot.
I'm already into it. The description, I'm like hooked. Okay. Follow Octavia, twitch.tv/8VIA. Follow her.